When someone mentions the name Marty Friedman, most people, and this is obviously for people who are into metal, think about him as being Megadeth's guitar player from Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction, and being part of the golden lineup of Megadeth, who ended up leaving after Risk was finished being recorded because he wanted to make J-pop. Now, granted, metalheads aren't typically the most open-minded group of enthusiasts, so when they hear the P word or the D word or whatever, they run to the hills and avoid it. I mean, I guess that's okay. At least it's better than the idiots who go out of their way and let people know how much they hate it. But that's besides the point. Because you see, we're talking about Marty Friedman, the lead guitar player for Megadeth throughout its golden era. Just because you saw the Megadeth Behind the Music or looked him up on Wikipedia and you saw J-pop in the genre description under his name, it turns you off immediately. If you actually do research, you'll find that Marty has been doing his own thing back since 1988. And so what, he lives in Japan? That automatically makes him bad juju to listen to because Japan equals bad music? I think people forget that he is a guitar player, not a synth pop artist. If you actually listen to any Marty Friedman's solo material, you'll actually find that it is actually nowhere near anything related to stuff like Pon 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 or whatnot. Actually, his most melodic stuff was written while he was in Megadeth. The metal community is way too obsessed about finding the most brutal music to listen to, the most underground band, that they have the tendency to ignore anything that is short of brutal. So they see Marty Friedman and think, no queerbag J-pop, Marty's a sellout, where's my Cranium CD? And they continue on their day. Marty Friedman writes instrumental guitar music, just as Malmsteen and Steve Vai do, if that means anything to you. The main reason why I did this rant in the first place was because whenever I mention Marty Friedman's solo material, the kind of reaction I usually get is, isn't that J-pop though? I mean, don't get me wrong. When I was in the beginning stages of getting into Megadeth, I watched all of Cover Killer Nation's reviews of their albums, their discography, and when he talked about Marty Friedman's reason for leaving the band, I took his word for it. But once I actually got into Megadeth and actually went into Marty Friedman's solo stuff with an open mind, I discovered that my mind didn't really have to be so open in the first place. He still does hard rock and metal, with the exception of his 90s stuff. Of course, only a few of us would actually know that. But you know what? That's okay. At least I can say I'm more KVLT with the fact that I listen to Marty Friedman, because that's all that matters to most metalheads now, isn't it?